Sometimes the smallest detail can have an astonishingly large impact. And what's smaller than a version number? Greetings, I'm Dr. Will, and welcome to Dr. Will's Software Quality Channel, where we are helping to improve the quality of software being written today. Keeping track of small details is something that computer systems are particularly good at. Tiny details, ones that don't even seem to matter. You know what I mean if you've ever used a technical term slightly incorrectly near a DevOps engineer. If you've already subscribed to the channel, and appreciate that, and go ahead and hit the bell to be notified of additional content when it becomes available. First, let's consider the benefits of a versioning system or version control system: history, merging and branching, and traceability. History means the complete change history of a file over time. Every change made by many different people over many years are recorded in the system. Changes can include creation or deletion of files, as well as any editorial changes made to the file. The history should include the name of the author of the change, the time, the date when the change was made, and comments written to describe the rationale of why things were changed the way they were. This enables us to go back and do some root cause analysis if we're grubbing for bugs at some point. This is particularly crucial when we need to fix problems in older versions of the software. And if software is being currently developed, then just about everything can be considered an earlier version of the software. Branching allows multiple streams of work to be done on the same body of code at the same time. In software, this helps developers make changes to the system that they can be confident won't come into conflict with others' changes. So many teams adopt a practice of building a branch for different features that are being added or a different release that's being done. And in fact, we've adopted the practice here of using a branch for specific defects if the defect happens to be large and cover multiple parts of the system at the same time. Traceability is tracing all of the changes that are made to the software system to the code base over time. It allows us to annotate the changes with messages that describe the rationale for the change and the design of the change when we make it. This helps with root cause analysis and other forensics if needed. The annotated history of the development is important so that you can see that the work has proceeded in a way that is in concert with the design intention of the original software. Note that the design itself is a high-value knowledge product and should be kept versioned as well, and those versions should be kept in parallel with the versions of the release of the software system. This is especially important when working with legacy or ancient software, and it helps to be able to estimate accurately future development work when all of this data is available. Now, it's a poor workman that blames his tools, but a tool is only good as your willingness and ability to use it. There have been some amazingly expensive failures in IT, even where versioning systems are actively being used. This is especially true in aviation, where versioning has been around for a long time. The Airbus A380 suffered from an incompatible software issue, but not in the avionics, which by the way is a portmanteau of aviation electronics. But it was a versioning problem in some of the support, the CAD software that was being used to develop it. In 2006, Airbus was working on the new A380 airframe, and this highlights a problem that happens sometimes with software development organizations. They had a tool, CATIA, which is used for CAD development, computer-aided design of the systems, and Dassault Aviation in France was using the most recent version of CATIA, and a factory in Hamburg, Germany was using an older, obsolete version of the same software, CATIA. When they tried to bring the two halves of the aircraft together, they found out there was an incompatibility in the wiring between the German half and the French half of the aircraft. Now, it's not surprising that the French system was, the Dassault system was using the most recent version of CATIA. Dassault Systems built CATIA. In Germany, they had not upgraded to the most recent version, and this happens sometimes. Now, there's not a bunch of A380s sitting around in halves. The problem was eventually solved, but at great expense, and set the project back a year. Now, you might be saying, a year for a wiring problem? You don't know aviation. But yes, a wiring problem could set a project like that back a year, and did. Moral of the story, the best version control system on the planet is not going to fix two different organizations on the same team using two different versions of the product, which is also why our DevOps engineers tend to be so picky. This channel is dedicated to quality, especially software quality, so if you'd like more content like this, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and ring the bell for notification when new content becomes available. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, issues, or whatnot, please put them in the comments and we will take care of those and we'll address those at some future date. And that's it for me for you for now. Hope you have a great day and week ahead. You be careful out there. I'll be seeing you.